Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Cooking with TK. Today you guys, I'm going to show you how to make macaroni and cheese. This dish was introduced to the American culture, one of our beloved dishes by Mr. James Hemings. He was an enslaved African American by Thomas Jefferson. He had French food training and he had a wide array of knowledge on American crops. So this is how he introduced the macaroni and cheese dish into our society. Macaroni and cheese should be creamy, cheesy, and just a little bit of sweetness. And we're going to use carnation milk and a generous amount of cheddar cheese to do the trick to make this delicious dish. So let's get into this video. If you would like to know how to make some delicious, cheesy, creamy macaroni and cheese. Let's get into the ingredients. You will need 1 stick and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. You will also need 16 ounces or 1 box of dried macaroni or elbow pasta, 2 tablespoons of mustard, 1 can of carnation evaporated milk or 1 cup of heavy cream, 3 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of shredded medium or sharp cheddar cheese or the cheese of your choice, and also a half a cup for the top of the casserole. 2 large eggs lightly beaten, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 chicken bouillon cubes. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do, everyone, is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees or 170 degrees Celsius, okay? Next, grease an 8 by 13-inch baking dish with 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, if you do not have butter, I guess you can just grease it with some oil, but for this recipe it calls for 1 tablespoon of butter. I am baking in my Dutch oven, which is a cast iron Dutch oven, but use the baking dish of your choice. Okay, but for this recipe we would prefer a 9 by 13-inch or 23 by 33 centimeters baking dish. Okay, the first step is to cook the macaroni until al dente, according to the package instructions, and you will drain your macaroni noodles well. I am adding 2 chicken bouillon cubes to season up my noodles. I will not add any more salt because the chicken bouillon cubes have enough salt in them, and they add a lot of flavor to your pasta. So go ahead and add that 16-ounce package of macaroni noodles, and remember to cook them al dente according to the package instructions, and make sure that you drain your noodles very well. Okay, also you are going to add in a half a tablespoon of vegetable oil, or you can add in a tablespoon or a half a tablespoon of butter to help keep your noodles from sticking while they are boiling. And remember to stir your noodles occasionally so that they do not stick to one another while cooking. Okay? Now you're going to add the 1 stick of butter to your drained macaroni noodles for your macaroni and cheese. You're going to add in 2 tablespoons of mustard. Just 2 tablespoons of mustard. Okay? After you add in your 2 tablespoons of mustard and your 1 stick of butter, you're going to add in a whole can of evaporated milk. That's 1 whole can of carnation evaporated milk, or whatever type of evaporated milk you can find in your grocery store. Okay? Now, after you add in your evaporated milk, you're going to add in 1 cup of the regular milk, regular whole milk, to the macaroni. And you're going to stir in to combine. Okay? Stir it really, really well. After you stir in your milk and make sure that your butter has combined very well with your carnation milk, your mustard, and your whole milk, you're going to add in your cheese. Whatever cheese that you have chosen. I'm using cheddar cheese, okay? I'm using a sharp cheddar cheese, a mild cheddar cheese, and I'm going to use in a triple cheddar cheese blend. And you're going to add those cheeses in, and then you're also going to add in your 2 beaten eggs, 2 beaten large eggs. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to mix this in again. Stir your macaroni and cheese, mix everything very, very well, okay? This macaroni and cheese is going to be so delicious. Just trust the process and follow along with Cooking with TK on this delicious macaroni and cheese dish. Okay, finally, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna show you guys that I am adding in this triple cheddar cheese. I want you guys to see that I am incorporating all these delicious cheese that I had on my table. Okay, I'm adding this in. If you do not want to use the triple cheddar cheese, you don't have to, but it does give it delicious flavor. You can just use one type of cheese. Some people like to add in Velveeta, and you can add in Velveeta cheese if you choose to. If you do not like cheddar cheese, pre-shredded cheese, you don't have to use it, and you don't have to use Velveeta. Choose the cheeses of your choice. Now we're going to add in some salt to taste, okay? And that's only about a half a teaspoon or a half a tablespoon. And we're going to add in some black pepper to taste, okay? As well. If you cannot use black pepper, you can use white pepper to replace the black pepper. And you're only going to use about 2 teaspoons as well, okay? Go ahead and mix that together until you get everything well combined. Woo! We are going to have some delicious, cheesy, creamy, cheesy macaroni and cheese. And yes, this macaroni and cheese will be cooked in the oven. And I am going to use my Dutch oven, my cast iron Dutch oven, to make this macaroni and cheese. But remember, you guys are going to use your 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Okay, now go ahead and pour this in. Please don't make the mistake that I just made. It almost wasted, okay? And we don't want that. Scrape all that yummy goodness into your baking dish. And we are going to, after we get all of our macaroni and cheese into our baking dish, and we're going to make sure that it's mixed very well, we are going to pour the remaining milk evenly on the top of the mixture, covering the entire dish with milk. If any pasta is uncovered, add more milk as needed. So you are going to add in 2 cups of milk. Just 2 cups of milk. That's it, okay? Remember, we already used 1 cup of milk. Just pour in 2 cups of milk and make sure that it is covering every noodle, okay? That's it. I know some of you guys may think, oh gosh, that's a lot of milk. But if you want some creamy, cheesy macaroni and cheese, trust the process and follow along with this recipe, okay? So that's just 2 cups of milk that you're adding. And now you're going to take the remaining cheddar cheese, or whatever cheese that you choose or you have chosen, and you're going to put that on the top of your macaroni and cheese that we are about to bake in the oven. That's right. Sprinkle the macaroni with the remaining cheese. Bake the casserole for 45 minutes to 50 minutes until the top is browned, okay? I'm covering mine with this top that I have on my cast iron Dutch oven, okay? If you guys would like to know where I got this cast iron Dutch oven, I got it from Walmart. No, I'm not being represented by Walmart. Okay, here is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on this delicious, simple, easy baked macaroni and cheese recipe that anyone can make. Macaroni and cheese is creamy, delicious, very flavorful. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave lots of comments below.